What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis, live discussion about every aspect of trading. So last day of trading week, Friday, very important day. As you can see that the news is coming and we see that gold started to get volatile again along with the DXY downside, and gold started to push up. So we'll be looking at now one by one all of them. Now before I begin this live session, guys, make sure that you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification if you haven't done yet, so that you are not missing out anything that we are releasing every single day, including weekend and weekdays. So first of all, I will be looking at, guys, on the daily time frame on gold. Now what do we see on the daily time frame on gold is that this market looks like that it's forming a reversal pattern. Now we could see that potential upside in the beginning. So what it has done, this is the daily chart that I was looking before the live session as well, to understand the overall direction in the market. So it seems to me that gold is doing preparing for a potential inverted head and shoulder. It's still not completed yet, but what we saw that here you can see there is a narrow doji. You can see that along with this doji, and this is what also I mentioned in the previous analysis as well. There is a head here. This is the left shoulder and this is the right shoulder. Including this head and shoulder, gold had a reversal from that level. Now with that reversal, what we see that gold currently with this movement, a narrow correction, another move, another correction. So we saw that in fact it could continue to reverse from that level. If we see the lower time frame price action, we see the same thing. But looking at the daily, with these two middlemans on the daily time frame here, we saw that from this significant level, gold had a bounce. Now with that bounce previous day, we saw that gold has formed a doji on the daily time frame. Now with the doji today so far, the price has come down, created this low, and then we have seen a bounce. Now as the news coming, guys, gold gonna be very volatile. Let's see where we can find the next entry point. What I think that you see that this is the daily doji here. There is a one probability for gold with the news spike as the news. Let me see the what are the news coming up, and then we'll be looking to see the potential entry point. Now if we look at the calendar here on Forex Factory, we see that this is a 12 a.m. news. Dollar, okay, revised UOM consumer sentiment, which we'll be covering here, and also just in 5 minutes Fed Chair Powell will speak. So we'll be covering that so that we know that in fact what kind of implication that price is having. And this current 4-hour candle will close with this news, and then we'll have a new candle beginning. So let me see now where the gold is heading. Now this is the 4-hour candle. All right, we see that the price, you can see after testing this level, breaking this high, created series of higher low, and then gold started to break to the upside, and we had a profitable trade from that zone. We closed it because the market is started to move up. Now at this point, as gold in that zone is the way the price action is forming, which is potentially bullish, there is one probability to happen as this candle, this current session's candle, which is also closing with the news. Any kind of pullback will give us entry opportunity. You can see that here is a rejection, back to dojis. The price has come down, it's now breaking to the upside, and you see that with this 20 EMA, the price is slowly trying to create a bullish pattern. So as there is a monthly close coming, today is almost the end of the month, you can say, in terms of trading, because you will be seeing that today is 25th, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there will be 4 days for the next week, but still 1 day remaining. So we can consider in terms of monthly candle, it's almost the end of the month. And what you could see that from the price action perspective, from the monthly, if you look at the gold, the price has dropped well below. It is a very long week candle. On the monthly perspective, the price has gone back up to the above this monthly support, and I think that we could see now gold is going back up to the another liquidity zone. So there is a very high probability that gold may continue to rise. Now from the weekly, we see that strengthening in this price action. What I was looking is the low of this weekly candle on gold and the high, and it's a complete bullish price action. So looking at the daily as well, there is a bullish price action. So from the lower time frame, we see that there is a very strong momentum to the upside. With that momentum, the price has broken completely. We can expect a pullback. It could be during the news time, and then we could see that gold is heading to the upside. And what I think that with that movement, gold might be going up to even the top. Can be possible for gold to break all of them and then to create a new higher high. So from the lower time frame, we see that it potentially change its trend and multiple times gather liquidity, creating a very high probability bullish price action on gold. And I will be waiting for bullish entry opportunity as we see that gold is potentially breaking towards the upside, guys. So let me know what's your thought on gold and in all of them, and then we'll be looking to see where we can find entry. So lower time frame price action, you remember that we had open a trade on the pre-London session live. In fact, the price from that level, after gathering multiple times liquidity, created this massive bullish move. So we see that the price action is showing aggressive bullish. All right, any kind of pullback or liquidity grabbing will give us an entry opportunity for this potential move. And let me know, guys, how are you doing on your trading, and also which one you are looking at. And thanks for joining the live session. Nagarjan, hello coach, thank you very much. Derek, Dolak Had, Kadir, coach, Gbpusd, yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Hi, thank you very much, Kadir. Joke, good morning. Morning all, going to be tough afternoon for trading. Every time I sell Paul name on the board. Thank you very much. Dostin, thanks for joining the live session. What we see that here, sweater, evening coach, thank you very much. Gold up, yeah, we see that potential upside, and this could be a change of trend. Now again, I'm going back to the gold chart on the daily, guys. See, what do you see? That there is a doji, and very highly likely that we might see a break of this daily doji's low, which is a probability. I think that it could happen. It could come back down, grab liquidity, and then we might see that gold is breaking to the upside. There is a 20 MA, it's acting here as a dynamic support, this 4-hour 20 MA. All right, so let's see how it is doing. Now we see that AUD USD also acting almost in the same fashion, same way. Okay, so as gold and AUD USD, they both resemble. So in terms of movement, in majority of the time, you see that almost they move in the same direction. So I was looking at GBP/JPY, AUD USD, and gold. Okay guys, so let me see in terms of currency pairs. Let me know guys which one you are looking at. Okay. Hello coach, I manifest profit to everyone. Thank you Rahul, thanks for joining. Morning coach, morning chat, thank you very much. Morning. This first with the last three Jackson Hole, a move to downside, then a massive rise to upside. Very good Michael. It's also classic 3-point structure. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. That's a Mugdha, thanks for joining. DXY, Zofia, SPX 500. I'm on gold, thank you. Will gold come down for correction? Very good question. So gold has made significant movement. There could be, okay, there is the only way we can at this point go long on gold. Once you see that enough correction is made, we see that from that level there is a strong movement to the upside. We need a proper correction. Now this correction, we can expect gold to come back above this doji, right? This is a smart money area, previous resistance, turn support, or even breaking that low. All right, it might even during the news with the spike, we could see a break of the daily low. All right, this is the daily low. All right, 1911, 1912 level, which is the daily low. That is also a very important level for gold to look at, because if the price breaks down during the news, very highly likely that it will gather liquidity and then it will move again towards the upside. All right, so if in case the price managed to drop back to that level, definitely will be taking a big bullish trade on that zone, because that's gonna be a huge movement to the upside in that case on gold. Okay, so before we look at gold, coming back to it again, let's quickly look at GBPUSD. Now GBPUSD, you know, I was looking at this price action here. You see that this price action from this level, there is a massive drop, and looks to me that GBPUSD, I also posted analysis earlier, this market is you know, on GBPUSD, this market has created a false breakout, very highly likely. You see that this is the level on GBPUSD, which is a very important level of support, and you can see the price has broken that support, and from that zone the price started to reverse to the upside. And as it is the last day of trading week, if you look at the weekly, we can see that the market is just moving up again after this weekly penetration, and this is a below this doji on GBPUSD is a liquidity zone. As the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, we saw that after breaking the previous weekly high, the prices come back to another liquidity zone. I think that in the upcoming week we might see another revisit of that level, so that could lead GBPUSD to move to the upside. And longer term monthly, as you can see, the price has, this is the monthly candle, we have seen an overextension to the downside on the monthly. When you see an uptrending market, suddenly you see the prices cross that low, it's a big deal, because if you look at from here, in majority of the time you'll see the price was creating series of lower high, a series of higher low, maintaining. And first time we saw that it's broken down, that series of higher low is broken down, and from that zone we see that GBPUSD had a bounce to the upside. Now from the daily we saw that from here it has got reversed from that level. And from the lower time frame perspective, we see that from this level GBPUSD had a break. Now during the news we might see that a spike, as the next one will be, so this candle and the next one will contain the news. I think that this one is gonna close as a bullish candle on GBPUSD, this 4-hour candle. The next one might create a rejection again, and that might give a doji or any kind of long wick candle, and GBPUSD might reverse from that level. So that will be our point to look at with the news, how the GBPUSD is forming a candle. If it forming any kind of double bottom or any kind of rejection long wick candle, definitely look for a big bullish trading opportunity on GBPUSD. Let's see how the market is doing. All right, I will be covering all of them, so make sure guys you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, so that you are not missing out any of the content that we are releasing. Thank you very much. I open a trade buy on GBPUSD. Do you think it will come back? So if you open a buy, that should be in the right direction, isn't it? Why you want to come back down? Because if you open a buy, then definitely it's going in your profit direction. So let me know what's your setup, so that I know exactly what you are looking to achieve from that trade. Satisfied with your answer, coach? Thank you. No problems, Rahul. That's awesome. Nasdaq, yep, absolutely. Jamon, hi boss. Thank you, Jamon, for joining the live session. Let me see that we see some short-term drop on gold, and then we will be looking back again on Nasdaq. So we see some short-term drop coming. All right, with that, see that the market is now coming down for a deeper pullback. All right, so we see that so there isn't any news coming up, but we see that potentially the market is now coming down for a deeper pullback. Okay, so we see, okay, this is a local breakdown. This is the 1-hour chart, and let me see how it is. This is the 5 minutes price action. Now very important to look at how this breakdown is doing here on gold. Okay, so this is the daily support, all right, and I will mostly wait for a break and then to continuation. The way the price action is forming, very highly likely that we could see potential upside, but we need to see enough liquidity trigger from that level. Now the price in a zone where we see that this dynamic resistance coming up, and it is a very high probability that gold from the daily, without breaking the doji's low, we may not see that upside. So there is a probability for a breakdown during the news or any time, and with that breakdown, if we see that gold has given us an entry, we will be looking to open position. In the meantime, let's see what kind of structure it is creating. So we see basically at this point the price is maintaining this resistance line here, right? With this doji, it's a resistance here, there's a resistance here, and also there's a resistance here. So it's forming a long wick doji. Right. Okay, so it's crucially important to see how the market is evolving in that area. Still it is maintaining, if you look at this structure and impulse correction, so it is still maintaining a bullish market structure. So you see a 30 minutes close here as a doji. This is the daily support level. Right, let me know guys, how are you doing? Good morning coach, thank you very much. Can we check gold now please? It has a pullback. Yes, Mugda, we are looking at that. Coach, US30 please. Yeah, absolutely. Euro, dollar. Yes, it has a pullback, and it is, for me, on gold, it is a bit less likely that we might see that break from here. You see this gold market, you see this as a common pattern. Let me tell you, see, let's say gold, any instrument created a false breakout, right? A level, it has broken down, created a false breakout, and then revert back from here as an impulse. Try to understand what I'm telling. Once you'll do that, you'll see that when the market create another impulse after a pullback, in most of the time you'll see that it will create another false breakout here to create another impulse. Now if you look at gold daily chart, what you see that here is the false break. You see this is liquidity candle from this support, from this daily level. Now with that liquidity candle, gold has made this move, and now very highly likely that you will see another false breakout for another impulse to the upside. So a false breakout, impulse, correction with another false breakout, another impulse. So that's what the aiming for. This is a very high probability setup will be if the gold is managed to drop. But before that, if we see that the price action is giving a very impressive, yeah, we can look for entry. But at the moment you see this this candle, there's a long wick, a drop, long wick, we could see another attempt from the seller. So it is not a very good place for buying opportunity. We need to see that local drop for that movement to the upside. So let's keep eye. Patience is the key to enter a trade. As soon as you will find an entry, definitely you will be looking to open a position here. All right, so this is what with the gold. Now when we look at the multiple currency pair, we have a very good idea. Now DXY, if we look at DXY, here is the main point. Here you see on the lower time frame, DXY open with a gap, has gone up and now coming back down. So looking at this price action here, for me DXY has formed a reversal pattern here as well. Okay, you see that this movement, it's completely violating this structure here. Okay, there was a vertical move, an immediate drop, which is a kind of reversal, and instead of reversal you saw that a breakout, gap opening. Now the market is slowly coming, a very high probability that DXY might continue to reverse from here. And if we look at the daily, we see that the market, this trend line is broken and created an overextended from this level, and now it is a probability for DXY to come back down at least certain level to retest this zone. So we saw a liquidity gap here has broken to the upside. We can expect for DXY to come back down and come back to below this level. So there is a probability for DXY to create a reversal. So if DXY is coming down with this reversal, then very highly likely that we'll see gold and euro dollar Gbpusd is moving towards the upside. So with that said, because they normally move almost opposite direction, DXY and gold. All right, let me see the lower time frame. Gold is forming that pattern. Let me know, guys. Make a wish for gold, which way it's gonna go. Let us know your opinion on gold, which way gold is heading. Okay, we see that movement. Okay, going up. Okay, enable hurry, going up. So gold is, you think that going up. Okay, what else you have? 1941, so 2 up, but probability going down to bottom week of the 1 hour time frame. Okay, Jake confirmation higher rates in US from Powell. Will see downside on gold. Okay, see downside. Your voice is breaking. Voice is breaking. Is my audio is correct? You guys, can you hear my audio properly? Let me know, guys. Short sell, long buy. Okay, PK, thank you very much. Good evening. Hope that everyone can hear me properly. Let me know if you have any issue in hearing me. Okay, so Zofia, welcome up. So Zofia is bullish. Are you fine, Justin? Okay, are you okay for me? What is up? Sophia, all is good. Thank you very much. Voice, audio, okay. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so audio good. Thank you for that. Afternoon, family. Thank you, Loda. Voice is clear. Thanks for that. Okay, so what do you see that here? Focus is very, very important, you know. From here, so there is a doji. So there is a, here in the 30 minutes, liquidity gap here. I want to see that this one also has broken towards the downside, and then giving us an entry opportunity. So this market is gathering liquidity from the support, which is a potentially bullish price action. So you want to see first has broken down and then has given us an entry opportunity. Okay, so let's find an entry and then we'll be looking to enter. In the meantime, let me know which one you are looking at. AUD USD also we see potentially bullish. It's creating a bullish market structure like the gold. So AUD USD, we see that there is an there is an inverted head and shoulder here, and the price now slowly breaking to the upside. So from daily perspective and from higher time frame, what do you see that, all those pairs including euro dollar, AUD USD, GBP USD, we can see that they normally they were dropping with a strong downtrend. As this is weekend, timing is very important. Also, we could see that all of them, we could see potential reversal in all of them. So there is a probability for AUD USD, GBP USD and euro dollar to have a reversal, or at least to go up again to test this level and then to come back down. So there is a probability for those pairs to have an upside movement so that's another sign that the XY is coming down. We see that with that reflection with the XY. Okay guys, so good morning from Jamaica, Trevor, thank you for joining. Good morning. So we could see, let me see that gold again. Okay, now here is the key points. We see that there is a long wick candle, a drop to this level, and then the price has gone up. There is a long wick candle. We can first expect a drop and then again pick up. So in that zone, it's not a very good place for an entry. Let the price come down. Let me know guys if you struggle to find an entry, or what is the situation on your trading that you see, because trading is sometime it might make you in a very confusing situation, because this is how the market loves to make you confused, and the only way you can overcome that is by giving yourself some time to be familiar with that. What is the impact of the Fed news, sir? Please explain today's prediction. No, we'll be discussing. No, Siddiqui, sir, your technical analysis is excellent. If you go into fundamental analysis a bit more, it helps to understand the movement of the market. Okay, and I'm waiting 1913 pullback. Good afternoon, coach. Okay, so some of the question very good, we'll be discussing that. That is fine. The only thing is that I don't know why there is 20. Okay, so there's some delay. Okay, we'll be looking at that. Coach, good evening from Tokyo. Good evening. 1911 is a gap. Okay, Benjamin, had to hedge my trade, sell trade open, I didn't close earlier. Okay, so yeah, then that's risky now. All right, so there is a question from technical analysis excellent. Okay, thank you for that. It goes, if you go into fundamental analysis a bit more, it helps to understand the movement of the market. All right, So let's get to that point, like how do I look at the fundamental in the market? See, I talk a lot about that. Is first of all, there is a big point of understanding the fundamental. All right, now fundamental analysis we hear a lot, talk about a lot. Now two things that we need to understand here. What kind of trader you are? Are you a short-term trader or a long-term investor? This is a very important point. Now if you are a short-term trader, let's say trading short-term means, I mean, if you're closing the trade in a matter of a week or a bit more, then you are a short-term trader. A short-term trader can be 5-second trader. You might be able to trade in a 1-second candle, also it could be a short-term, or in a 4-hour daily candle also is a short-term. Now when you are an investor, fundamental is the number one priority for you. Okay, you need to look at the core of fundamental aspect of trading. Now when it comes to short-term trader, there are a couple of things that we can do in terms of fundamental. That you see the price now slowly coming down, which is good. We see that local drop which is needed. Now see how does the market moves. Let me give you the overall picture so that you have exactly what information you need to move the market. Let's say when there is a, there is any kind of meeting like the Fed or in Powell speaks. So let's assume about the Powell's speech. Okay, everyone familiar with him. So Powell, when Powell speaks, the market become very volatile, right? That's a very big fundamental. Now why does this happen? Because in his speech he cannot tell exactly what's gonna happen. It's not possible for him to tell, but there are some clues comes up from his speech. What are these clues? For example, there are some interpretation that he will make what's gonna happen in the next, let's say 3 months, 6 months time, or what will be the next meeting decision. And those factors is considered by investors who, let's say banks, institutional traders, hedge funds, who do a lot of research on the market for a bigger investment. All right, now what we do as a trader, every trader does, is that imagine that, let's say you live in a closed door house. All right, you are in a closed door house that you don't have any access to anything except a trading chart. Now what does this candle mean to you? What does this candle mean to you? This means that there has been a huge buying happen here. Okay, this is a 1-hour candle. So price from 1903.6 to 1918, this much of buying happened in that 1 hour. Who bought this much of gold, right? There must be a huge volume has come in that zone that pushed the price that much of high in that time period. So you can see that if you bring, let's say 100 people, ask them that the price was here and the price is reached there, that someone or some traders had bought a huge volume, that's why the price has gone up, right? So it's a buy, right? There is a buying happen. Now if you bring 100 trader, 100% will agree with that, no doubt. no one can say that okay, there was a selling happen in that zone. There was a selling also, but the buyers are more, that's why the price has gone. You cannot say that okay, 80% was seller, that's why this price has gone up. No one can say that, right? It's a fact that you can see on the chart, which is 100% agreeable. Now when it comes to, let's say, Fed's speech, okay, now if you bring 100 trader to interpret Fed's speech, you will find 40% will say that okay, from his speech I interpret that it will be sell. 60% probably will say that okay, from his speech what I interpret that it's gonna be buy. So there is a disagreement between people. There will be a disagreement of interpretation, and that is why when you look at the fundamental, you cannot find an accurate answer of the buy or the sell. There is always a mixed interpretation of the fundamental, always, because it's the way it is. Now then, as a trader, I do consider fundamental every aspect of my trading. Then how do I look at the fundamental? The way I look at the fundamental is what event is coming and how the price action is behaving. This is the only way the professional trader trade, because as a matter of fact, there are billions of information out there, and it's very hard for you to find out the which one actually moving the market. Now how do I let me tell you. You see, have you heard of Sherlock Holmes, like the one, that detective, like the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes? That how does Sherlock Holmes, there is a term called the deductive reasoning. So this kind of detective way that you need to look at the market to see actually why the market is doing is the way it is doing. I will give you some clue also so that you can use it exactly in the same way. For example, if I give you an analogy and then I will give you exact example. Imagine that I told you before also a couple of times, let's keep that things again. Let's say you have a shop here, there is a airport here, all right, and big flights are landing on that airport, and there is a shop here, okay. Now in that shop, suddenly, let's say you have a shop here, you are A, and there's a B here. The B is a big boy, A is a small boy, or let's say S is a small boy, B is a big boy. Now you have a shop and both of them selling the same product, right? They're selling mask, right? And you are selling also mask. Now suddenly you saw that middle of the night, you wake up and you saw that there are 10 trucks of mask is being loaded on the shop. What question you will ask yourself? Anyone can understand what's gonna happen here, okay? Suddenly you wake up middle of the night, you saw that 10 trucks of mask big boy is loading in his shop. Then definitely you're gonna ask one question. There's something going to happen. There's something must be happening that they are loading that shop with 10 trucks of masks. There must be corona or any kind of COVID-19 or any kind of something going to happen that will increase the demand of the mask. That's why big boys is loading that without knowing what's gonna happen. What you gonna do? As a smart trader, you're gonna do the same thing. You bring 3 trucks. This is what exactly this candle is, the load of that mask that big boys did. Something is going to happen, right? Because this is the visible thing that you have. You don't know what's the information here, but you know that there's something gonna happen and you're gonna follow their footstep. This is the right way to trade even the big institutional traders trade in the same way, looking at the calendar along with the price action, and then you can interpret the fundamental what's gonna happen. So this is how you can understand what's gonna happen, and then you load the same thing, because you know that there's gonna be a demand. And this is the best way to interpret the fundamental in a backward way, like that, you know, like in an inductive or deductive reasoning. So similarly, now I'll tell you something. You see that when there is a FOMC start in my zone 4 a.m. Now in your zone could be different timing. You see that at around 4 to 6 hours earlier, if gold has a very strong impulse, a bullish impulse, a clean impulse, narrow correction, you see that until the FOMC the price will keep pushing high. Now this is the fundamental that I use. Okay, very good, because what's gonna Powell will say in FOMC, you don't know, I don't know, no one can interpret exactly. Okay, we can say something, but what's he gonna say is no one knows. But this is what happening, when what he will say, based on that gold is volatile and bullish, and we know that there is FOMC, and we use that information to buy gold and to make profit. Okay, so this is how we use the fund. We can see, let's say the interest rate changes, the decision has come different, we can relate that information with the price action to cross check. Okay, this is what happened, and then we can use that in our trading. This is the, if you're an investor, that's you need that information well informed. Now, as a trader, this is more than, you know, enough for you to trade what information you already get out there, and there is no black and white answer. There is always a probabilistic interpretation that will come, that might sometime make you even confused. That's why you need to look at all of them, and then see the price action and use them in contrast with the, or in what I can say, that in correspondence with the price action, to see what's there, what's here, and how I see the market exactly the same way. And this is why I use in every trade. This is why you see that I always look at the news calendar. Why? Because this is the fundamental for trader. This website, it's a free website. Now look at the news here. Go to the news, and then you'll see that if you read all of them, I do read. Okay, you can read. It will help you to be more informed. But this is not gonna tell you the short term 5 minutes price action or 30 minutes or one candle price action, when to enter, when to exit. The only thing you know from the price action. But this one will give you some early sign of a movement. And in fact, it's a very important, because if you know that it's a buy, it's a big deal, right? If someone tell you that it's a buy and it's true, and that's a big deal, right? That's why this calendar, along with the price action, you will have a very good understanding of the potential direction of the market. And that's why our news and price action trading strategy, I do sometime when most of the time when I use that strategy, I post on the VIP group saying that this is a news and price action trading strategy that I use. And GBP CAD, many trades that we have closed with profit, also includes that same strategy. If you are not sure about that strategy, you can look at in your student dashboard. Go to the student dashboard, look at the news and price action trading strategy. Also, if you are not our member, I will invite you to join today to learn the strategy that I am combining together with the price action and news together to see and to increase the very high probability trade setup in the market, you can join us today. There is a link below this video and also link at the top of the chat. Click the link and then you can visit the website. You can join us to be part of this trading community, to learn our strategies and to trade with us. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed that. And there is a famous scientist, Nikola Tesla. He said that if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. He is the all-time genius, invented the remote control that he used. All of them is because of his invention. So he said that if you want to know the internal secret, how this universe operates, then you need to know these 3 important secrets. Number 3 is very, very important. Similarly, that if you want to know the real secret of the market, how the market moves, how the market operates, then you need to think in terms of market structure, liquidity and price action, and all of them you can see from the chart, from your candlestick pattern. So you can look at that. That's what we really look at in the chart. And any question, let me know in the live chat. We'll be discussing more on that. Okay, good evening, thank you very much. Lucas 1914, yeah, thanks Ivan, no problem brother, thank you. Can someone see that gold is trying to make a, okay, we see that 1 hour candle has closed as a, okay, could be, thank you, but it, yep, that's the what is yeah, this is where yeah, Tesla. So in fact it is, okay, so there is a lot of things that when you look at the market in a different way, you can combine philosophy with the market also. All right, you see there's a term called going with the flow. All right, exactly, you can see the market in the same way. The market, if you know how to go with the flow, okay, so the market is kind of like the universe that you can compare with it. If you know how to navigate through this universe, you can understand the market in a different way. You see that going with the flow, the people who go with the flow, they has enormous amount of energy, and you can live you know, a long life without any kind of disease, any kind of difficulty, any kind of struggle. Unbelievable. You know how does it work? Imagine that you are, I'll tell you how you can see the, when you understand it, you can see how the market operates in the same way. Imagine that there is a river, okay, and you need to row your boat. The river flow is this way, and you are just rowing your boat with the flow of the water. And what will happen, that you can just see that you don't need to do anything, just you'll slide, right, without doing anything. But imagine that you need to row your boat against the flow. What will happen? You will do a lot of hard work, but it's not going anywhere. And every aspect of our life, including the market, in the same way, if you know that how the trend works, then you will see that when you trade with the trend, it's like you go with the flow. All right, you conserve the energy and then you go with the flow. Similarly, in our practical life, so you can consider the trend is the flow, and that's the flow of the market, where the order flow comes, and you understand which way the to take the trade with the order flow, and then you go with the flow. The same way we live the life exactly in the same way. See, when you know how to go with the flow, then you just move like a water, just go with the flow. And then you see, many of us, we really want to be successful in life. That's the real goal, right? You want to be successful, you want to make it happen, be a profitable trader. But to do that, you see, you need to learn to go with the flow. All right, we are a conduit of energy connected with the bigger energetic source, right? So this universe is energy, and you are also a conduit of energy. Now, once you know how to go with the flow, then you conserve that energy inside you, and that will give you a huge creativity to move in the direction that you want to move. There's a lot of things that you understand once you know how to go in the flow. Similarly, once you trade with the trend, you basically go with the flow. Now with this market, let's say this is the gold chart on 15 minutes time frame. Which way is the flow? Let me ask you this question. Which way is the flow? Let me know in the live chat. Now you understood that, okay, going with the flow is a very good practice. Now, which way is the flow in this gold market? This is the 15-minute chart, up and down. Let me know in the live chat. If the gold is not okay, I think it could be 1911. Then okay, thank you very much. Well, no, I haven't. There's no trade yet. Okay, thank you very much. Loda, thank you very much. Trend is friend. Up, side bullish. Okay, so I see that most of them are right. Yeah, the flow is to the upside on gold at the moment. Okay, any break from this flow, we will be riding the trend to the upside. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's the main thing here, to understand the flow, the direction of the main trend, and then trading with the direction of the trend. That's the real secret of market and real secret of trading. Okay, so if we look at from this technical perspective, we see that so trend is very, very important, and that will tell you exactly which way is the flow when you look at the trend in the market. That's why they said the trend is your friend until it bends in the end. That I would say the trend is your friend as long as you are trading. All right, let's see here. Okay, so this is weekend Friday. Let's find out the best trade possible. I'm just looking to see the market to expand a little bit, and then we will be jumping on a trade. Let me know, guys, in the meantime. Two things I want to know more about you: what's your country and how long you are trading. So we'll be looking at each other a bit more. Thank you very much. Euro dollar. Thanks for that. Okay, so dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, so we'll be looking at euro dollar. Now before progress further, I hope that you are enjoying the live session, guys. Thank you for joining this live session, and if you want to join a regulated broker, we recommend Trade. Trade is regulated. There is a link below this video for Trade, and also I can give you a link in the live chat for Trade. You can click the link and then you can register for free and you can start trading with regulated broker. So once you click the link, you can use that bonus code Wizard. If you are in an eligible country, you can get 20% bonus. So you can click the link and then register for free and start trading with a regulated broker. So just in DK 1 year, okay. England, live in Thailand, trading for 1 year, okay. Bangladesh 1 month. MD Tabaruk, okay. I'm from India. It's been 6 months. I've blown my account twice. Rahul, okay. That's very fair. Make sure you use always a smaller account. USA Vegas since October. Gold, yeah. I'm trading for 3 years. Thank you very much. That's good. Thanks for your free video to learn. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. You are welcome. 1.5 years, okay. India, from Pakistan, trading since 5 years. Wow, that's good. Kinga, Polish, okay, living in USA and trading for 2 years. Kinga, very good. You had a good experience. Buy or sell signal for gold. We'll be looking at that. And I'm trading for 3 years and from thank you very much. Pakistan, almost a month. 1 year. Awesome, thank you. Germany, 3 years. Okay, equal. I say that very good, guys. That's really good to see that many of you have a good experience. Can you explain liquidity? Azahar, yeah, we'll be looking at that. USA trading for 3 months, okay. Trying a funded account first attempt. Awesome, Samir, very good. Very good. Singapore, 2 years approach. So NASDAQ place, yeah, absolutely. From Nepal, 1 week, very good. I see that many of you have a very good experience as a trader. Some of you are new. I'm sure that every one of you will make it happen, which is the main goal. Look, this is a very, very important that what you want, you always think about it. It's also an important aspect that we'll discuss more. Let me see quickly how the market has done. We saw that with the candle close on AUD USD. I'll be quickly looking at with the candle close how the market has formed the price action. So you see AUD USD, and this is a very interesting price action on CAD JPY. So CAD JPY, multiple times the price gather liquidity from here. I think that that's gonna drop very highly likely. If we look at the daily, monthly, a bearish price action. From the weekly, a doji. From the daily, long week candle, we might see initial drop on CAD JPY. We could see it's gonna drop and then we can expect it to break out again. JPY, we'll just quickly look at all of them to see how the price action has evolved, and then we'll be seeing how the market is doing. Okay, GBP CAD, we had a massive trade on GBP CAD, as you have seen, 3 times profit on that. This is this kind of trade I really love to take. This market, if you look at the weekly, still we could see some downside now. This is a massive movement on GBP CAD. and now you see after the price is reaching that near the 20 EMA dropping down again. GBP CAD, we could see it's trending to the downside further. GBP CHF, GBP USD, gold. Okay, so we see that gold has a local breakdown as we expected. Yeah, so for me on gold, what I think that it's gonna break this low. All right, highly likely we could see this break this low, and then we can expect for gold to, so if it breaks the low, there is a 20 EMA here, and we could see a rejection from that level. From the daily, you see this is the daily low. Breaking the low will give a very high probability setup for gold to have an upside movement until we see a very clean direction. It's a good idea to wait for the price to show us a direction. At the moment we see that from the 15 minutes the candle is closing, breaking this low here. So there's a gap opening. From 15 minutes, 5 minutes, a candle. There's a head and shoulder here. The major trend is up, so I will really wait for to see a bit more. Here we could see some short-term downside, but the major trend is up. Anytime we could see even a reversal and pushing towards its long-term direction. So for that reason we just need to see to find a reversal in that area. So let's keep watching the price action in the meantime. India, thank you very much. India, thanks for joining with it. Rahim Mac, I want to ask you, when Powell speak, can it cause a huge spike? Yeah, there could be like 100 pips, because I'm leaving small sell while the news. It could be a very huge spike. Yeah, it's already started to getting volatile. You can see the price now after multiple liquidity gap here with this head and shoulder. We see that the market started to drop here, and there is a head and shoulder now, because as I mentioned the trend is up. For me, once it will break this 1912 level, all right, so and then we will see, if we see that the market after breaking this low below this level is forming a structure, this is where I'll be waiting for an entry opportunity. I think that will be a very good place. All right, so at the moment it's short-term downside. You can see it's forming short-term downside. Let the news come up, and then we'll be looking to see where is the best place for an entry. Thank you from India. Okay, I'm in trading about 2 years. Very good, thank you. It's a good time, 2 years. It's a very good timing. I'm from Pakistan, 6 months. Okay, I'm from Jamaica. Dollar yen. Okay, Jamaica, thank you for that. I'm short on Gbpusd. I've been missing about all day. Gbpusd. Okay, we see some potential downside on Gbpusd. NASDAQ, review NASDAQ, sir, please. Yeah, absolutely, every time. Yeah, yes, Mark, you are right. The real test of a trader is patience. It's a job of waiting. Okay, this is a very important thing that we need to look at when we look at our trading psychology, and that's where it comes down to, even trading will make you happy in one sense. Trust me, in this world now, distraction is a big problem, you can say. Social media, everything. And when there is a time of distraction, trading need a huge attention, undivided attention. And it's a kind of, we had our brain had a different kind of mechanism. When you focus on something, all right, so brain releases a chemical which is very good for our well-being. All right, that's how you can. So we see that here on gold, on the 5 minutes, bearish price action is forming. Let me see. It's dropping down and keep dropping. It just started to drop. The way this price action is forming here on the lower time frame, which is potentially bearish. Let me see if it just started to drop again. On 4 hour. So the way the price action is forming here on gold, which is potentially bearish price action. Okay, so any at the moment you can see that it's a trend is to the upside from the daily. So that's why if it is reversing, then we will see that clear break of structure. But at the moment we see potentially still here it's still bearish price action in this local, but the trend is still up, so we need to wait for the right entry opportunity. Looks down, thank you. Enter Gbpusd, NASDAQ, yeah. Awesome, thank you. So you see that locally we see some downside. We see that euro dollar. Let me see euro dollar and all the instrument, including AUD, USD. if we look at the Gbpusd, from this support down resistance, some rejection coming. So Gbpusd, let me delete all of them. Okay, so because Gbpusd is coming down, gold also had a rejection from this level, and with that rejection we might see that this market is coming down to this 20 EMA. Okay, let me draw this level here on the 4-hour. So here is a in that zone on gold, which is potentially a sign of breakdown. Or let's look at the market. That's what I was telling. The price action will tell you everything. Now here is a sign of breakdown. Why? Because if you look at in that zone, we see that there is a spike and then immediate rejection, a dodgy liquidity grab and change of trend, and we see that the market is trying to create a series of lower high and lower low. Okay, so we'll be waiting for, yeah, so we need to see the correct entry point, guys. Let me know. Hosting, yeah, thank you very much. Wait, news, US oil, yeah, we'll be looking at that US oil as well. And as I mentioned earlier, the trading is all about patience. Why, you know, it looks hard is because, you know, that as a matter of fact, human mind in a way it is designed that it needs stimulation. Okay, this is how the mind and brain works, and that's why you need to create a very strong self-awareness to when you are trading, because there was an experiment was done long ago. I've seen that. So is that in a room, all right, there is a man was, you know, sitting on a room where there is nothing, but he was observed to see how people, not only him, couple of people did the same way. The experiment in that room is there is nothing except one bell. Okay, and the man was moving around the room. He was feeling bored, and then he touched the bell. As soon as he touched the bell, he got a shock. Okay, and as soon as he got a shock, he just got surprised, and after some time he does the same thing. Okay, he goes and get a shock, and then goes and get a shock. So that's instead of feeling bored, he feel better to get a shock. So that's how the boredom works. So boredom is a big reason that many traders open position, because they feel bored. So let's trade. That will make us feel. So this is why it is important that, you know, we need to wait for the right trade to come. Even that's where you can practice patience, and that's bring freedom, right? When you even with a few trades, we had quite a few trades this week in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Every week you are having, even if you have a few trades, but which will give you make a living. It's not that you are sitting and not making money. That's why Jesse Livermore said that he's a legendary trader. Money comes from sitting, not from trading. Smash the like button now, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. If you also want to know more about our strategies trading with me, if you feel bored sitting on too long, also I send all my trade to the VIP group where you can learn and grow, and you can see all the trade that I'm opening with entry, stop loss, and take profit. I'll invite you to join the link below this video, and also link at the top of the chat. Visit the website and then click join now button. Then you will be able to join, access everything that we have in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Any question, don't hesitate to ask the live agent. She'll be able to answer all the questions that you have. So let's see here on gold, this 5 minutes candle is closing as a doji, and this is also a 30 minutes candle close coming. Let me see. There has been significant rejection from the top. So there is a gap opening, and then we saw a rejection here. There is another gap opening with a doji. Okay, so very highly likely that we'll see gold ultimately coming down to this 20 EMA. And that might lead gold to, okay, so you see here the structure. Just has broken this low. Okay, we see some pickup here. Let me see if we can find an entry. There is a news coming up, and here Okay, so it's a very fast movement. Got there was a bullish momentum here. It's already moved. Let's see where we can find an entry. I think we might see that market may take a move from here to the upside. Let me see if it is. It already made a significant movement. It's very important to see. So this 15 minutes, there's a gap opening, a long bearish candle on the 5 minutes. So this is the lowest point here. I'll be really interested to see when I will see that this level 1912 is broken. If we look at the daily, right, which is in fact the daily low, here we could find buying opportunity. Okay, so I will be waiting for to see to gather liquidity, which is very important. Without breaking this low, it will not be a good idea, because the previous liquidity zone here, we want to see that spike and then going to the upside. So let's quickly review other instrument, and then we'll be coming back here to get an idea of how it is doing. So if we look at USD, which is showing downside, and so AUD/USD is showing bearish. Very interesting. Gbpusd. See, this is the most peculiar structure. You can see Gbpusd had a drop, has gone up, has come back down, has gone up, has come. So this is a it's like a rubber band, right? Now what it is trying to achieve here is that potentially it's now forming that bullish structure again. So Gbpusd, if you look at the weekly, we see that this is a long-term Yeah, long-term bullish market from the monthly. Also, this is the monthly close coming, and if CAD-JPY monthly closing like this as a doji, we might see a very strong bullish momentum on CAD-JPY to the upside. From the weekly we see that. Now from the daily we can see that same thing here. So CAD-JPY, let's see how this candle is closing. Now if this one is closing, which is likely to happen as a bullish candle, that could be a very good opportunity for long here. Okay, it made a very strong structure here and highly likely to respect this level and will trend to the upside. All right, let's see what's happening with that. So we'll keep eyeing. Now gold again, we see that the market here, this is the swing low. Okay guys, so let me know how you are doing with your trading, and what's your goal in trading. Also let us know guys. US oil, I'll be looking NASDAQ. Yep, is trading Forex your main job? Yeah, absolutely. I'm a full-time trader, and this is my main job, and I make my living out of trading. Thanks. It's my passion and everything. Okay, I'm a trader, and this is what I aim for, and I know that every one of you in the same path. Okay, let me tell you how you can find trading as a passion, right? While we are looking at the gold chart, look, there are some, if you go back to, let's say, 10,000 years ago, all right, then you will see that our ancestors had a, like our, a bit earlier human being, they are real, like you'll understand from, if you study them, you'll understand how to become a trader. In fact, you see, if you go back to that time, that ancient time, what you will see that time the survival was only the means of life. There is nothing, no goal, just to go for a hunting, all right, and run for 4 hours, 3 hours, 7 hours. The only goal is to hunt, bring it to the home, and then eat it. That's only the life goal, right? So it's a big deal, because as long as survival, there is nothing matters, right? This is that time it was like that. So at that time, every human was completely connected with their own true identity, right? Because let's say someone is very good at throwing the stone to the animal to hunt, so his job is only throw the stone, and he's good at it like this. So now, to be a trader, you need to be good at trader, right? So how do you know that if you are, how to become a trader is you need to connect with your original self, that then you will overcome the conditioning and you become a trader. So sometime, if you understand the Greek mythology, also will be helpful to you. You can look at that as well. There is a lot of things that you understand how consciousness work, so that you know exactly how to see yourself as a trader. If I give you a real formula, the simplest way, you can Imagine yourself as a successful trader. That's the most powerful weapon you will ever had. So see yourself as a successful trader, and then you can get everything easily done in your favor. Thank you very much. GJ is forming double bottom for our. So did you natural gas analysis become? Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah, different broker has different timing, so it could be different. NASDAQ, please. Absolutely. I did 14. Okay. NASDAQ. Put pending order. Good morning, coach. Happy weekend. Thank you very much. I'm in profit now. That's awesome. Thank you. I need patience to be a trader. You are a patient, okay? Look, this is what you need to understand. You need to understand your power, okay? You need to understand that you are already worthy of what you are. See, the universe will give you what you will not give you what you want. In one word, it will give you what you are. So this is what you need to understand, that as long as you are trying to become, you are not there. So you already there. That's how you need to think. Let's say, instead of saying that I want to be patient, say that I am patient already. Otherwise, how do you watch this live session for almost nearly 2 hours if you are not patient? Okay, so you are already patient, you are worthy of it. That's how you need to see yourself, that you are you are what you need. So you already bring it into your life. So it's already there. Okay, so you don't need to try anything, just become. That's how you can become anything. So you are a patient already, but you don't know it. So that's what you need to realize it. Okay, better to tell. Okay, thank you very much. Hello, sir. When to enter? Yeah, that's what we are looking at, to see when we can find an entry. As the news coming up, we might see that a spike. The 15 minutes price action showing potentially upside. Let me see. Okay, so the spike could take the price for our Thank you very much. Yep. See here. Okay, so here we could see now some bullish momentum. Let's see if it is reversing, because it's locally downtrend. To find a buy, we need to see that bullish momentum. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Yep. Lauda, thank you for that. Zetlan, coach, your explanation are clearly. Thank you very much, Zetlan. Thanks for your appreciation. I'm trying to see. Welcome, Jeff. What do you think is happening with the news? Okay, so the news, this is what the most important part here. You see gold so far locally trying to break. Now once the news has been released, then only we'll see how the price action is forming. So far here locally downside. All right, this still showing downside. For me, if you look at the 4 hour on gold, I think that we might see at least a retest of this level, which is below the daily low, right? So if you look at this daily low, and so this is what the most important part here. This local market is still in a downtrend, okay? So, and unless we see reversal, it's very risky to buy directly. I'll wait for the news, only 12 minutes, and then we'll see, because there definitely will be spike, and either you are down or up, it's gonna hunt you. So let's wait for the news, but before that, price action will tell you exactly which way the market will be heading. Now here, so one candle will tell you exactly which way the market is heading. Okay, we have 10 minutes to go for the news. So from the daily again, for me, see, there is a couple of things that we can look at here on gold. In the last moment before the news, this is the daily resistance. There is a doji here. The price from the daily has crossed the doji and closed as a also another doji. So from that level, it is possible for us to see that gold is having a big drop. One probability. Another probability is for the gold to break the daily low, right? Breaking the low and then reverting back. So as the price crossed the daily 20 EMA, and also the price has broken the swing high here. This is the daily swing high at 1921. It is possible for gold to come down again for another deeper drop in this liquidity zone. So that's why we need to wait to see a full clear direction in the market after the news. So here if we see gold has gone up, created a false breakout, has given a candle that we can sell, then we'll be selling straight away. Otherwise, depending on here, we'll be buying. Okay, so from 15 minutes, okay. Yes, not worth taking risk until after. Want to show me the entry? If not, yeah, Jay, absolutely. Lucas on Instagram. That's the moment I'm waiting. Thank you. Take put 1912 low before buying. Yeah, yes, that's what I would be good to buy. Yeah, thanks for that. We see that that's how. Okay, here some momentum coming. Okay, some upside momentum coming here. Now 4 hour will close as soon as you see that this 6 minutes passed away, right? So this candle on the intraday, let's analyze this candle, because after closing of this candle we need to decide whether the market will go up or down. Okay, so here is the key from the 5 minutes middleman, which is still locally to the upside. I think that ultimately we might see, you know, this is the weekly close, and for gold even it might drop and then could go back up again for the weekly close, right? So we see that some locally upside. Yeah, okay. All right, so there is only 4 minutes to go for the news coming up. We can see and then 12:05 a.m. is Powell will speak, so the first one will give a very big move. Hope there is a very high probability, because it's an important news is in 3 minutes. And so far we see that one thing that what I understand here is that the gold price, very unusual that it will go up without breaking this previous daily low if it wants to go up, or you could see a complete breakdown and continuing its downtrending direction, because the price is above the 20 EMA, and or we might see both sides up and down and forming a doji, right, with the Powell's speech. So first news we will be looking at, and then there's also Euro news coming later today. So okay, 2 minutes to go. Dollar CAD, yeah, in the meantime let me look at the dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD, we see that dollar CAD stronger. Dollar CAD is showing bullish. All right, so with this bullish momentum, basically gold could be to the downside. You see that weekly price action on dollar CAD is bullish, monthly also showing very strongly bullish. From the 4 hour we see that dollar CAD is rejecting, and from the 1 hour we see after breaking this low the price again has gone back up. So lower time frame and higher time frame aligning together on dollar CAD, we see that which is bullish. US30 also showing bullish momentum. WTI, but we see that here, we'll be looking at that later. NASDAQ also showing upside from this level, so it might be a pullback. So you see candle closed, and let me see on the news, okay, which is less, that could lead gold some push to the upside, which is happening. Let me see. So you see that this is a bad for DXY, so you can see some upside from that level. Now after breaking all this high, so gold, if one direction it breaks, it's gonna break. Now here is okay, we see that a spike. That's what I was talking about, that that is spike. So got that a spike. From intraday, price tested the 20 EMA. Okay, so it has already broken the daily low. This is what I was talking about, that. So it broken the daily low. Now we see that a spike up again, exactly as expected. So it has broken the daily low, right, on both sides. All right, the volatility is very high. So let's see now. It got liquidity. We might say a bit more slaughtering. Let's see. Please check US30, close with profit. Very good. Fed chairman is speaking. Yeah, DXY. We see that DXY down, so we might see that gold is moving up. Okay, so here from the, yeah, this is what it did. You see it has crossed the daily low, all right, and then has broken out. Let me see, it might come back down again for another liquidity. Let me see first of all how this one is closing. That candle close is crucially important. It's now gathering liquidity from the top. So there's a gap down open. Okay, so primarily we have seen liquidity grab from below this daily low, right? So it gathered liquidity from here, breaking the low. Now has gone up, tested the high. Now it is important to see either it is now breaking down, or here is, if you look at this, it has created lower high and lower low. Okay. I'm just looking at, guys, how the multi-time frame is building up here. Very, so we saw that tested the 20 MA from the lower time frame. All right, so far potentially showing potential bullish. From 5 minutes we see that now the price is coming down for a deeper pullback. Now you see there is a long wick here, has crossed the low. We might see another drop, another break of this low, or let's see, because after creating the structure triggering liquidity from both sides, then it will show its direction, which way it's gonna be trending. The most important part here is to be sure about the direction, because once we are sure about the direction, we can find an entry point. Okay guys, hope that you are enjoying. Let me know in the live chat if you have any question. Also, if you want to join our recommended broker, the link below this video, and also there is a link at the I can give you a link in the live chat. Our recommended broker is Trade. There is a link I have given in the live chat for Trade. You can click the link and then you can register for free, and then you can trade with a regulated broker. So you can use that link, and then there is a 20% bonus code. If you're in an eligible country, you can get that during the registration. You can place that code. I'll recommend you to do that. For those who already joined, registered, I'll recommend you to start trading with even with a minimum capital, that you can start trading with them with even $100, $500, $1 million, no problem. You can trade with them with that. Any profit or deposit is easy. So link given in the live chat, and also you can find a link below this video for Trade. So let's see what it is trying to do here on lower time frame. Okay, so this is structure is very important. Once it will form that structure, we will know how the market is trying to evolve. Here is a bullish so far. Thank you. It will pull back. Yeah, absolutely. Might go down, but giving 15 minutes here. Yeah, that's what we are waiting to see. Okay guys, so let me see. We see that gold is still not showing a very clear direction. Let me see what other instruments are doing. We saw AUD USD has crossed both sides. And if we look at, yeah, CAD JPY again rejecting from that level. Looking at the GBP JPY, so GBP JPY, if we look at the weekly, we can see that from this support level getting rejected, we might see this market a bit in a sideway. Similarly, like the Euro AUD, I'm looking at all of them quickly. Eurojpy, Euro NZD. Looking at the euro dollar, we see that euro dollar also from this level had a rejection. I think that we might see that reversal in all of them. From the euro dollar perspective, from daily, you can see there is a long week candle here, sharp rejection. It will really depend on price action. Gbp AUD, Gbp CAD, Gbp USD is forming a middleman. So going back to gold, we see the bullish momentum from 5 minutes and 15 minutes, which is, so this 15 minutes closing coming as a bullish candle with a healthy body. Okay, let this candle close and we'll see exactly what it's gonna do. Couldn't break the high, it's forming this structure here. We'll understand from the liquidity graph which way the market might be heading. Any position that we'll be looking, we'll definitely finding an option to see. Here we see a little bit of upside. So we see that gold is, so far gather liquidity from here, creating potentially bullish, trying to create a bullish structure here. Still not on the verge, so it will be, let me see, we might see it's coming down again for another retest. Okay, let me see the dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen, from the daily, so there's a weekly close on dollar yen. We see that the market couldn't break the high yet, so we might see dollar yen from the weekly potential downside. From the daily, a narrower doji here on dollar yen. And if we look at the lower time frame, this red candle is a bearish candle. So dollar yen, what do you see that here? See triple top, a bearish price action, so which is potentially downtrending price action. And in that case, from 15 minutes, it's trying to create a bearish price action, but the market structure long-term bullish. So dollar CAD also doing the same thing. It failed to create a higher high. So that means that we see DXY getting rejected, and we saw gap opening DXY here from the lower time frame. DXY is a bearish so far, and if DXY is getting bearish, then gold is going to be bullish, right? So from that perspective, if we look at the lower time frame on gold from 5 minutes, okay, now we could see that some downside. So all the bulls and bears need to be, see, the market is not moving anywhere here. We saw that this is the range, and in fact you see in that zone you cannot trade. This is why if you sell from here within a very short time, you will see the reversal. If you buy from here, it's just going up and down. So AUD USD, let me see the gold again. Okay, from here we saw this gap opening and a rejection. So here the structure that has gold created is just crossing the daily opening and closing. I'd say a lot of dramatic movement. So you see that from here double top and got a rejection. Right, very tough to wait for the right entry. We need to look for it. So you see that here, if you look at the daily, the price is not still in a very narrow range, but here we saw that the price has broken the daily low here, and then with that break of the daily low, okay guys, so that means the Gbp USD. Okay, so Gbp USD also have got a rejection from this level, from the 4 hour, from the daily. Also you see that rejection from the weekly, a bearish candle so far from 1 hour, which is forming a doji. So that 1 hour candle on Gbp USD is potentially, it's a liquidity gap. So long-term perspective, Gbp USD still here is showing still not candle not closed but bearish. So if we look at gold here, we can see that so ultimately it's getting rejected from the top. So we saw with this liquidity gap opening candle, and okay, so there is the probability now turning to the downside on gold. Okay, what do you see? What do you think? What's the pulse speech? Nasdaq? Yeah, everything is moving up, but it's still waiting about at 1914. Lot of downside. Mugda. Oh. Okay, I think grab liquidity down now. Yep, Nasdaq. It cannot be. Yeah, the MD Golam. Yeah, the price passed at 1922 and then has come back down here. So here, the gold price, this 5 minutes candle, we see that there is a as the weekend we could see that this is the 1 hour candle on gold, which is closing almost as a long bearish candle. So from here what we saw that gold has broken the daily support, and ultimately we see that there is a downtrending market structure has been created. And so because it has made a move, we could see that again is retesting this level and then coming down. So there is a, so far here we see that potentially bearish price action on gold. From the daily, bearish rejection on gold. Okay, so Right, as I mentioned, this is the swing high. The price triggered liquidity and then closed as a rejected from the top. So get rejected again. Okay guys, as of with the so from here what we see that gold is dropping down, right, downside, and now we found potential direction in the market. Okay, so let it, this candle closing 13 second, let's make it let it grab liquidity from the top. So we see that market is down. We have seen a candle close. The 15 minutes close as a long bearish engulfer. Okay, so we can expect a pullback now for this candle to the upside, which is expected. Now this is a look, this is a selling candle, okay, on the 15 minutes, but if you sell this candle, which is around 118 pips stop loss, insane big candle, and which is to find an entry, what I need is, you see this is a sharp drop, we can expect for a pullback and then selling. So far for me, gold has formed a downtrending market structure. From 4-hour perspective, we saw the significant drop, and now what we need is for the price to give us potential entry opportunity. From 30 minutes we saw a downtrend, so I still need some time to enter because we see the directional bias is down. Next thing for us is to find an entry. And excellent, thank you very much. Yes, awesome. Thanks for that. Okay guys, so with that said, I'll be waiting for an entry, found the direction to the downside, and now entry. As soon as you will find an entry, I will be jumping on a trade. And because of the time limit, I need to end the session. I hope that you enjoyed. We see the downside movement on gold. From bigger picture, we see gold is bearish. So as soon as I will find an entry opportunity, I will be looking to enter. And with that said, I'm going to end the session. Make sure you like this stream, and tomorrow I will be releasing the weekly forex forecast and many other content that will help you as a trader. So with that said, thank you, and see you tomorrow again, another live. And Sunday also will be seeing some other content. Tomorrow I will be releasing some educational content. Make sure you stay tuned. So here is, we see it's now, it formed a structure that is a potentially bearish. It might come back down from the weekly. We could see that gold again closing back here, okay, as a doji, and then we can expect a continuation towards the downside. Thank you guys.